Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we have a fairly light day on the OI schedule. Anthony joining you once again. And that light schedule consists of two key personalities in the TFTCG community, Techno versus Dave the Energon Hustler. And as many of you know, if you watched the match that got uploaded last night, Techno got knocked out of the winner's bracket and is now in the loser's round of 8, the second one. And Dave managed to pull out a win in the first round of 8 on the loser's bracket, and now is facing off against Fortmax using a combination of Gilthor, Ayuk, and Acid Storm. So now we are just getting the roll-off here. Looks like Dave is getting the call. We got some cutting going on. Stream has started up. You're clear to start whenever. Alrighty, so that is good to go. And we are off to the races already. We are off and rolling. So I need to turn some audio down because it is right in my ear. Flipping Acid Storm to bot mode. Bold is offline. Sending Ayuk in. 3 Pierce 1 is the hit. Block 4, take 1. No trigger on... Oh my god. Techno is missing more Fortmax triggers. Are you kidding me? If you didn't watch last night, or the match that I played against Techno last night, which was already uploaded, he missed at least 10 Fortmax triggers in all 3 games. Or 10 Fortmax triggers between the 3 games. And it was like, how do you do this? Steady shotting Fortmax, flipping up. And Ayuk has 10 health, 2 defense. Techno needs to eclipse 12 here, but considering that Dave is playing a blue deck when it's, or so it seems, and Fortmax cannot use his bold right now because of Acid Storm, did not trigger. Going in for 11, off by 1! And then White Icon off the tough one from Ayuk, blocking 5, takes 6. Oh, Quintesson damage. Ooh, I need to talk to Dave about those. Those look good. I'm liking those Quint damage counters. Not going to pick up any greens on Dave's side of the field, and we are going to move over to his turn. He'll have 2 attacks here, and then Fortmax will get another shot at punting somebody. Likely Acid Storm, because that's a bit of a problem. Flipping up Gilthor to bot mode. Maceration Laser, that's a card. Setting a secret. Going in with Gilthor, 9. Pierce 2. Not getting the trigger because it's in the wrong mode. Blocking 5, take 4. Okay, takes 1 less. So 9 blocking 6, taking 3, up to 4 damage. Okay, now we have figured out how math works. And then Acid Storm. Going in for 4 Pierce 1. So Fortmax is not dying this turn. Albeit a... actually, nope. Block 4, take 1, go to 5. And Fortmax is a third of the way there. Dropping a Tetranite for an X-Pad. And then we will untap and move over to Techno's turn here. So let's see what happens here. Setting a secret. I suspect it's a hold the line, but I'm not 100% sure. I do have a little more experience with this deck because I played against it last night, but I'm not too sure what that could be. I'm suspecting hold the line, like I said. Bashing Shield for no value, it looks like. Sending Fortmax into Ayuk. Interesting. Stable cover. That is going to block Pierce and White Icon. Did not get the trigger again. 8 Pierce nothing because of the stable cover. I almost said 8 Pierce 1. Blocking 6, going up to 8. Ooh, that is interesting. Dropping a Lion Weight for a backup beam on Techno's side of the field, and Dave will not pick up that Maceration Laser on his side of the field, and now we will move over to Dave's turn. Scouting mission. Do a damage to Gilthor, draw 2. Energon Axe onto Ayuk. Yeah, that's a card. Flip Gilthor, do a damage to Fort Max. Will not flip Fort Max because that is a terrible decision against this guy. Ayuk going in currently for... There is a hold the line. I saw that coming a mile away. Going in for 6 Pierce 2 with Ayuk. Blocking 2. Takes 4, going up to 9. And good lord, Techno's flips just are not cooperating whatsoever over these last 2 games. Acid Storm in next takes... Wait, how did he heal one there? Okay, I don't know how Fort Max is at 8 health here, but... Oh, I think it was, yeah, drop to 4, then goes up to... Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So, Acid Storm does nothing. And 9 Pierce 3 is the hit here. Blocks 3, takes 6. Block 4? What? Oh, he has a Bashing Shield. Oh, I forgot about the Bashing Shield. That gives a defense bonus. Okay. That explains why he was taking 1 less. There is a Paralyzo on the field, so that is an option here. And Dave somehow did not flip a single green in 3 attacks, dropping a Ghost Shield for the Paralyzo, and then we are going to untap and move over to Techno's turn here. There's a Paralyzo, and I smell... Yep, there's an attack into Acid Storm. Naming blue on the Paralyzo. Incorrect! Going in. Oh my god, he actually got the trigger. So Ayuk is off the field. The attack... 9 Pierce 2 is the attack total. Nine, blocking 8. Does he get a blue? He did! He's alive on 1! Are you serious? We're on this again! Are you kidding me? We've already had an alive on 1. Drawing for turn on Dave's side. And he's got Gilthor that he can flip up here. It's just... Is he going to be able to possibly punt Fort Max? Sturdy Javelin onto Acid Storm. That helps matters significantly. Albeit that likely indicates an Acid Storm attack. Okay, so wait a minute. Never mind. So I was about to say... If Dave sends Acid Storm in here, that would potentially kill Acid Storm before he got a chance to do damage. But because of the Sturdy Javelin and Fort Max being alive on 2, the Javelin can get thrown into Fort Max will die, and now Cerebros comes out and it's over to Techno's turn. So Fort Max is in the graveyard. Cerebros flips up to bot mode. Or, excuse me, body mode technicalities, whatever. And yes, Flintlock is on the field. This is a revelation with Fort Max in the wake of Grax being banned. Flintlock has been the go-to head with Fort Max. Play a backup beam. Attack with Master of Metallicado. 6 Pierce 1. 7... 10 Pierce 1, excuse me. Techno forgot about the Master of Metallicado. And Acid Storm is dead. And now we're going to move over to Dave's turn. We've got a Gilthor versus Cerebros fight. This should be pretty good. Reshuffle on Dave's side of the field. And a bit of camera lag there, but now we are getting the piles. Or not. Oh my god, is he actually doing that? Did he just actually shuffle his cards like that? Look, I'm not going to criticize players' gameplay decisions, but I am most certainly going to criticize that shuffle. Dave, if you're watching this, what are you doing? That's a horrifying thing to do to TCG cards. Good lord. Flipping up Gilthor, back to player gameplay decisions now. 2 X pads. Scouting mission to draw 2. Watch as he draws the 3rd X pad. He did not. And Gilthor going in. 9 Pierce 2 going into Cerebro, so there's probably an energy pack about to come out here. And barely got the trigger. Oh, wait, there's a reshuffle. Oh, Techno had to reshuffle. He flipped the last card in his deck. Oh, that hurts. So we'll have an untap here in a moment after Techno finishes his reshuffle. Will not get to pull in anything with Cerebros, or is it Cerebros or how do you pronounce this guy? Dropping a Master Sword for a Hold the Line. That makes sense given the fact that Cerebros can cheat that. Yep, Cerebros. We're getting some cuts here. Glad I can finally watch one of these. Yeah, glad you could be here, Nano. Watching these live is always a blast, just because reasons. Anyways, there's a backup beam on Cerebros. I'm not sure if that was intentional. Cerebros, yeah, that's how I thought it was pronounced, but for a second I thought there wasn't an R in his name. For some reason, I don't know. Fight for position. Going all in here. Here we go. Let's see if he can get the Master Sword. Needs a blue. Oh, if he misses this. Oh, he just barely got it. There's the Master Sword to replace the backup beam. 14 Pierce 3. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, black icons do not give Pierce on this attack because of Gilthor's bot mode, since Techno did flip at least orange-black. The attack is 14. Takes 7, goes to 11. And hold the line for, I believe that was a Bashing Shield. Techno did kind of glitch out there on the audio front. I couldn't quite tell. Flipping Gilthor, ping for 1. And Dave makes a joke about flipping Cerebros back to head mode. Enhanced Power Cell, that's a card. Gilthor in. 9 Pierce 2 so far. Can Dave get one more black icon? 10 Pierce 3, that is a dead Cerebros unless there's an energy pack in the KO area. Gets the trigger, so this could be a relevant thing here. Blocking 6. So Techno would take 4. The only thing that could save him here is either an increased durability or an enhanced power, or not enhanced power cell, energy pack. Medic's Protective Field would not be enough to heal, and Force Field cannot stop enough of that to prevent Cerebros from getting KO'd. I can speak. Going for Escape Capsule, that is essentially saying, okay, here comes Flintlock, fear him. Cerebros is off. Flipping up Flintlock. And now Flintlock is going in for a 9 on this next attack. Dropping an armed hovercraft for a Bashing Shield. That makes sense. And draw for turn. Yep, okay, so it was a Bashing Shield. Bash off an X-Pad, play a Steady Shot. There's a Tetronite to reduce Pierce and give +2 defense. That's always good. 1, 2... Okay, so that is 9... 11 Pierce 1? 11 Pierce 1? Oh, no, Pierce because Tetronite. 13, actually, because of the steady shot. 18. Alive on the power cell! Ouch! This is getting close. This is very close. Dropping a lion weight for an X-Pad, it looked like. And untap. Moving over to Dave's turn. Drawing for turn. Techno saying he's pretty sure he's dead here. He does have tough 3, so it is a possibility he lives, but we'll see what happens. Flip up Gilthor. Replacing the laser with an Energon Axe. It's +1 attack. Going in for 10 Pierce 2. Can Flintlock defend this? Tough 3. Blocking 4? Where'd Dave's Lion weight go? He never had one set. He just dropped it for a X-Pad. And with that, Dave has taken this first game, and let's go ahead and... Yep, there it is. Okay, so we are beginning the sideboarding process, and while that is going on, I'd just like to take a moment to remind everybody of the OI giveaways that are going on right now. Of course, as I've mentioned before, Team Bayformers is running a series of giveaways to correspond with the OI. I just dropped the link to the form in the chat, and you can access it in the description as well. In addition to that, each match that we stream here gets a particular code that you can enter for an additional entry into these giveaways. And that code for this match is 2YB7. Enter that at bit.ly/OI giveaways, and you will get an entry into the giveaways. If you've already entered codes before, no worries. You can go ahead and re-enter the code, or go back to the form, enter this extra code, and that'll give you an extra shot at winning any particular week's prizes. What is being given away this week on Tuesday's drawing at the time this is being streamed? It is, in addition to a full set of World Strike, full set of Phase 1, full set of Monster Menagerie, a mint and sealed box Generation Select lift ticket is being given away in addition. And oh boy, I just noticed Hardhead came out. Good lord. But in the meantime, well, I'm going to talk about that in a moment. These codes for everything with the OI are good until the end of the Grand Finals, but I'm guaranteeing you're going to want to enter them as soon as possible so you have maximum chances to win. Again, enter the code 2YB7 at bit.ly/OI giveaways, and you will get that additional entry. So yeah, Hardhead is on the field, and I gotta remember what this guy does, because I remember Naga was talking about him being a dedicated Fort Max counter, essentially, at this point in time, but I don't remember exactly what he does. Okay, so this is one of the characters out of Monster Menagerie. 514-3 in alt mode, 614-2 in bot mode. When you flip to this mode, move a weapon from one of your other characters to this. If that weapon has 2 or more battle icons, do 2 damage to an enemy. And for bot mode, if an enemy character would cause its owner to return a card from their scrap pile to their hand or the battlefield, or would cause its owner to play a card from their scrap pile, put that card into their KO area instead. So basically, Hardhead does just flip up to bot mode, and Cerebros does nothing. This should be interesting, to say the least. And we still have some sideboarding going on in the meanwhile here. While that's going on, let's go ahead and quickly recap what has happened since the last stream, or actually, yesterday, essentially. Basically, yesterday, I mentioned this on last night's stream between Aussie and Legendary. Naga did knock Frank out of the OI, and Naga has advanced to the first round of 4 on the losers bracket. Then that was a 2-0 win for Naga. Then I beat Techno 2-1 in the winners round of 8 and advanced to the winners bracket top 4. I will be facing off against Ciliag at some point here. I need to schedule that match still. And finally, Aussie defeated Legendary 2-1. Aussie advances to the winner's top 4 as well to face off against Brett, while Legendary drops to the loser's second round of 8 to face off against Vangelis, and that match is going to be happening Wednesday night at 9 Eastern, which I will likely be streaming. In addition, I think tomorrow night, Aussies versus Brett is happening at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, so I will likely stream that one as well. I will confirm the times and then get those streams scheduled if that is going to be happening here or if somebody else is going to take those matches. We will see what happens. It looks like we're getting close to starting here. Techno has drawn his opening hand. Dave is just shuffling up here. I'm not sure who's going first at the moment. Drawing for turn on Techno's side, so he is going first. Flipping Fort backs up as per the usual. Going into Hardhead because Techno believes he can two-shot him. There's the trigger. 10 Pierce 3? That's 10 Pierce 3. Isn't that 10 Pierce 3? Okay, yep, so it is 10 Pierce 3, confirmed. 7, 6, so 10 blocking, 6 taking, 4, no, up to 8. I don't know the numbers there, all I know is that Hardhead is now at 8 damage. Flipping Fort backs to alt mode. Does Dave pick up that processor? He wants it. Dropping an X-Pad for it. Ooh, that is a very interesting play. That could come back to bite him later on. We'll see what happens. Flipping up Gilthor. Playing a secret. Wait, flipping up Gilthor. Oh, wait. Hardhead doesn't matter until Cerebros comes out. Never mind. Going in for 7 Pierce 1. Trigger. Blocking 3. So taking 4, and then Hardhead goes in next. I think he was 5 attack in alt mode. Yep, 5 attack in alt mode. 5 Pierce 1. Blocked. And Hardhead will take a damage as well. Oh, this is not looking good for Dave right off the bat. Untap, and Fort Max is likely going to punt Hardhead here. I'm starting to think Dave siding into Hardhead was a bit of a mistake. Espionage comes down, calling green. Processor is getting scrapped, but there's an Impetuous and a Power Cell in hand as well. Giving Fort Max a backup beam that pretty much assures that Hardhead is dead. Flip going to Hardhead. And hostilities! That stops Fort Max! Wait a second! That just swung things significantly. 8 Pierce 3. Alive on 1. We have an alive on 1 again. How do we keep having this happen? Again, Bill. Free Gyrick when? Drawing for turn. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, Nano. It is a balance to be sure, but I feel like Dave was doing a little bit better with both Acid Storm and Ayuk, since Ayuk can serve as a bit of a blocker, while Acid Storm kind of forced Fort Max to turtle. Actually, no, that's not the right word. Forced Fort Max, or, yeah, stunted Fort Max a little bit. That's the word I'm looking for. Anyways, Gilthor goes in for 7. Block 3, take 4, go to 10. Can Hardhead do the 5 damage needed here? We have greens. Swinging for 5. Pierce 2. That is not enough to KO. Up to 12. So now Techno is free to just run into Gilthor and... Yep, no secret actions on Dave's side of the field. So Fort Max will just be able to swing in here, likely trigger, KO Hardhead, and then put a butt ton of damage onto Gilthor. And especially with that backup beam floating around, that is almost a certainty at this point. Then again, I have seen weirder things. I mean, Techno did miss at least 10 alt mode Fort Max triggers last night. Fort Max, okay, that guarantees it. There's no way he misses this. He's not. Oh, he's going for a grenade instead. Counter Espionage calling Impetuous stand. X-Pad in hand, and Impetuous gets scrapped. Yep, there's the swing into Gilthor, and this is not guaranteed, but we'll see what happens. Okay, there it is. Hardhead is down. Pierce 2 is the swing after the Fort Max trigger. Blocking 6, going up to 11. Has 20 health total, so just over halfway there because of the energy pack. No swaps on Techno side. Dave does have a bashing shield, a maceration laser, and an espionage sitting there, choosing not to pick any of them up. Drawing for turn. Flipping up Gilthor. There's an X-Pad. Bigger they are, that guarantees the kill, but Erratic Grenade will go off. Enough Pierce enough. No trigger in alt mode, but Energy Grenade fires off, does 2 damage to Gilthor, and out comes Cerebros. And no green to pick up on Dave's side because he does not have a hand right now. Drawing for turn on Techno's side. Let's see if Cerebros can finish the job on Gilthor here. Bashing off the X-Pad. Steady shotting Cerebros. Going in for 8 base here before flips. Going in for 10 Pierce 1. That's not looking good for Gilthor. And we have a cut here. And 2 more, or 1 more, excuse me. 10 Pierce 1 is the final swing. Oh, nope, 10 Pierce nothing because the black icons do not give Pierce because of Gilthor. Exact lethal. Takes 7 and is dead. And with that, Techno is taking game 2. Dave is going first for game 3. And Dave is swapping back into the Acid Storm Ayuk configuration. That is a very smart decision. Hardhead did not seem to do anything there. So it looks like going too wide with Hardhead against Fort Max is not a good idea. So let's see if Dave can reset here and pull out the win and knock Techno out. And we've got a pile shuffle here. Alrighty, we are finishing up shuffling here. Okay, so cutting is, looks like finishing up. Okay, and again, Dave is going first, and we are off to the races. Ayuk is likely going in first here. Flipping up Acid Storm makes sense. Ayuk in. 3 Pierce 1. Got the trigger, so Ayuk will take 1, Fort Max will take 1. Alrighty, so 1 on each character, draw for turn. And by each character, I mean Fort Max and Ayuk. So flipping up Fort Max, giving a Paralyzo, calling blue. It is blue. And got the trigger. 14 into 2. Or, yeah, 14 into 2. 12, 11, 10, 9. On the nose! Well, actually, Ayuk is dead either way because they would have taken 2 from the Fort Max trigger. Flipping to alt mode. Drawing for turn on Dave's side of the field. Now Acid Storm is a bit more vulnerable, unfortunately. Secret action seems to be coming down. Hollow Matter dropping onto Gilthor. Flipping up Gilthor and send him in first. Going in 7 Pierce 1. Block 4, take 3. Did not get the trigger, but it wouldn't have mattered either ways because Gilthor has a Hollow Matter projector, albeit I'm not sure as to why Dave didn't put it on Acid Storm. He seems like the more important character right now. Maybe there's something I'm missing. I don't know. Going in for 4 Pierce 1. Got the trigger. Taking Pierce 1. Then what is the pickup? Dropping Hold the Line for a Bashing Shield. Untapping. And Techno will draw for turn. Bashing Shield. There goes the Hollow Matter, so it really didn't matter anyways. Setting Lion Wait. Flip and going into. He's thinking about this one. Interesting. Going into Gilthor. Paralyzo calling blue. It is blue. And there's a Stab Arms, and it does absolutely nothing aside from keeping that Paralyzo from doing anything on future turns. Got the trigger. So everybody will take 2. 13 no pierce because Gilthor's bot mode and there being an orange-black flipped. Taking 10 on Gilthor. Ouch. And dropping a fight for position to pick up a counter espionage. Flipping Fort Max to alt mode. And Dave will drop a Bashing Shield for a counter espionage of his own. Alrighty, can Dave somehow pull this one out? Right now it is very lopsided in Techno's favor. Shooting him for 1. Is he gonna flip? Why are you not flipping him to bot mode or body mode? You can flip him to body mode. What are you doing? He forgot to flip him to bot mode. He forgot to flip Fort Max to bot mode. Yep, he forgot to flip to bot mode. Or flip Fort Max to bot mode off Gilthor. X-Pad comes down onto Acid Storm. Secret Action gets played. Going in for 7 flat. Blocking... Block 4. You block 5, you have a Bashing Shield. Okay, so... Bashing Shield blocks 5, up to 8. Going in for 4 flat. And Dave did not get punished for forgetting to flip Gilthor because, failed to trigger on both attacks. Is now up to 9 damage. And let this party begin. Gilthor does have 3 health remaining, so Techno cannot just go into Acid Storm here to kill. Unless he has another direct damage source. Counter Espionage. Calling Tetronite. It is an End Hostilities. Oh. Stable cover, Counter Espionage in Dave's hand. And does Techno have an armed hovercraft to... Actually, no, wait. It wouldn't matter because Fort Max can't trigger here. Fort Max going into Gilthor. Throwing the Javelin at Acid Storm. There's the End Hostilities. Oh... Techno would have triggered 2. 8 Pierce 1. Yeah, 8 Pierce 1. Exact lethal on Gilthor. The server curse has decided to take a vacation out of nowhere. Dropping a counter espionage for another copy of X-Pad. And can Acid Storm do it? Drawing for turn. X-Pad, might as well. Secret Action. Flipping Acid Storm, because why not? Going in for 5 Pierce 2. 5 Pierce 3. And if you're wondering where the Pierce 2 is coming from, that is from Acid Storm Strat, which gives him Pierce 2 in alt mode. Going up to 12. And I think that will signal the end of the game here in a moment. We're playing it out. Draw for turn on Techno side. What will finish the game? Energy Grenade, Steady Shot, Send in for 10. Tetronite for +2 defense and negates Pierce, up to Pierce 4. So he did trigger. And a pseudo alive on 1, not really because that doesn't happen on direct damage. The attack is 10 Pierce 2. No Pierce, actually. That is a dead Acid Storm, and with that, Techno has gone and managed to stay in it. After a really interesting Game 1 loss, he comes back, ends up winning the set 2-1 over a Gilthor anti-Pierce deck. Wow. What was that? Starts off by missing triggers left and right in a mirror to what happened last night against me, and then just goes off and just runs and wreaks havoc on Dave. Good lord. With that, Dave has unfortunately been knocked out of the Omega Invitational, and Techno advances to face off against the winner of Champion versus Wheeljank in the first round of 4 on the losers bracket. That will do it for this match. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw here today. If you did, there's a little red button you can push down below to show that. And before we go, I will drop the OI giveaway link in the chat once again, and I will put the code in there as well. Use the code 2YB7 at bit.ly/OI giveaways, and you'll get an additional entry into the giveaways. And if you've already filled out the form, no worries, you can go back and add this code in. Once again, Techno has managed to win with Fort Max over Dave the Energon Hustler's Gilthor anti-Pierce deck 2-1. Techno advances to the first round of 4 on the loser's bracket to face off against either Champion or Wheeljank, to be determined, while Dave has unfortunately been knocked out of the Omega Invitational. And with that, that will do it for this broadcast. We'll see you tomorrow night for, I believe it is tomorrow night at 10:30 Eastern for the first top 4 match on the winner's bracket, Ozzy versus Brett. Peace out, y'all.